What's up, guys? It's me, Emily G, back at it again with another video. One of my friends recently said that YouTubers who do an intro like that are the worst kinds of people ever, and I thought that was hilarious, so that is how I would be starting every video for at least now on. Anyways, I thought we'd do something kind of fun today. I'm in a good mood, the apartment is clean, although now that I'm looking around, it's a little less clean from the last 30 minutes, but the apartment's clean and I'm in a good mood. So I thought today I'm going to start a series where we just kind of gab a little bit, and it's like a kiki, and we hang out, we chat. But while I'm doing that, we're going to be doing craft projects that I haven't gotten around to in forever, that have just kind of piled up in my house because I need to do them and I need an excuse to do them. And what better to like sit down and like hang out and do them. So today I'm going to work on this little log cabin trinkadoo that I got. It's a fun word, that I got at the thrift store for like $1. So I don't know. It's a box. The roof comes off, but it's taped right now. So I'm going to start working on it while we chat, and we'll see what it's like at the end of this. But I think I want to go for kind of like your Lincoln Logs vibe, like green roof, a little bit of red somewhere. Pardon the mess, but that's what we're going to do today. I think it should be fun. And you'll have to excuse me. I've got a mirror behind the phone. This setup is crazy, but it's only because I don't know what I'm doing, and so I want to make sure that the camera stays on. So yeah, so I don't run out of storage. But what I'm doing right now is just taking a dry brush. For those who care, for those who actually care, I'm taking a dry brush and I'm just kind of dusting it off because I know that it has been sitting here for a little bit and there is some dirt and dust everywhere. So I like to do that with projects that I'm painting that have been sitting around for a while, which, shocker, there's a lot of them. So anyways, how are you? Pause the video, tell me how you're doing. I've been doing pretty good, but also not really. Yeah, I've been doing good. It's been up and down lately. Lots of things in the world going on. I'm filming this before the 4th of July, which is actually one of my favorite holidays. Not because I'm like, yes, but because I'm like, I know the food. It's always the same. I get to go swimming. There's a parade. Like, I know it. It's not new, and therefore I like it. I don't like change. So that should be kind of fun, you know. Get together with everybody. And oh, let me get a before shot. I've set up a second camera. Here's some movie magic. Yeah, 4th of July should be hopefully fun. I don't love the fireworks only because I hate the pollution. It's not good for people, say, with special needs or PTSD or young children. Not to mention that my dog absolutely is terrified of them. And so it's like she'll be sad all 4th of July. So I'll be using Curate Color Primary Tempera paint, I guess. Yeah, I've had these sitting in here for a while, so. But I'm going to start with the roof here. I think that'd be good. But yeah, I got back from my trip from Ireland not too long ago, and I've got a lot to edit. I have actual like 4 hours of clips, and I want to do like a first time on a plane vlog. I have like just like a little mini vacation vlog I want to do. But there's so much to go through. So I'm kind of putting it off because, believe it or not, I actually hate editing. It really stresses me out because there's so much to do when you edit. And it's just overwhelming to be like, hey, here's 4 hours. Cut it down to like 30 minutes. I mean, that's a bad example because like some people could do that. But it's just like, I don't know where to start. I didn't go to school for it. It's just very overwhelming. And I know I'll just be sitting there staring at my computer, which like doesn't really work very well. Wow, this is going to be a ramble heavy video. It sounds like I won't like stop talking. I didn't know how painting on like a brown background would go. I'll probably have to do a few different layers and we'll see what's going to work. Yeah, got back from the trip. The trip was good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm so grateful to have gone. And I know like everyone like took out like time and money out of their day and lives, and it was just over a week, I think. But I don't know that it's for me. Like, I want to think I could be one of those like, oh, I'm a travel influencer. Like, I go everywhere all the time. Girl, I hated the plane ride. Like, hate to spoil the video for you, but I did not enjoy the plane ride. And it was just so much traveling. Like, the plane ride was about 6.5 hours, and it took us 24 hours to get to the Airbnb from the time we left our house. Like, that's crazy. I get very motion sick, and even though I took some medication, like, it didn't help. And it was just very overwhelming. There was a lot of change, and I need a bit of a schedule, you know what I mean? So shout out to those who can relate, because it feels like I was the only one on the trip who seemed bothered by it, and it was just like go nonstop, and I'm like, girl, I want to watch a YouTube video and like eat a sandwich. Like we need to calm down. So, but it was fun. I don't know if I'll ever go to Ireland again or get the chance, but it was a beautiful country. Lots of just empty land, like cows and stuff, but people like in America, at least everywhere I've been, there's people everywhere. Like if you think about it, like you can't go and be in privacy. But here it was like, oh my gosh, you were lucky if you found a person. Shout out to that other person who lives in my area that I ran into in like the most random spot of Ireland too. That was crazy. But other than that, not other than that, it was a fun time. Speaking of more fun times, summer's coming. I actually don't like the summer that much. I'm sorry. I'm a larger person, so the summer is hard for me because it means like goodbye, like baggy sweats and big comfy things, and like hello, like not tight clothing, but just uncomfortable clothing. And you can always put on more layers, but you can't always take them off. And so summer is like very not good for me. In fact, I think that they should study the correlation between like summer and like increase in panic attacks in people. And luckily, I don't get those too much anymore. But when they did come on in like high school, it was always in the summer, which of course could be a factor of things. But it's just so hot in the summer, and it stresses me out. I don't like being hot. But I did get to go swimming today, which is kind of fun. It was the first time I was in the pool at my new like apartment. Believe it or not, I don't know. I've just been like scared to go in because there's other people there, and I'm like, I don't need people looking at me in a bathing suit and stuff, you know, like. But I went in and on like a Monday at noon, and there were other people there. I'm like, we all looked at each other. I'm like, we're all unemployed? Yes. So that was a moment. But it was fun. It was nice. It was definitely something I will be doing more often. And part of me is like, okay, this is my chance. Like now I like the pool again, at least for now. And like it's time to lock in. Like we're going to get like our summer activity on. But you know what? It's so hot out. Like even the pool is too much. Like tomorrow's going to be like 101, like 101 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. I apologize. I should know what that is in Celsius, but I don't. Whoever installed it either added trees later or installed a pool right underneath all these trees. So a bunch of like debris and stuff gets in the pool, like tiny stuff that you can't always get out. So that's kind of irritating. But it's nice because you get to swim in part of the shade. So of course I like swam back and forth today, and I went from like the sunny part to the shady part of the pool, like in the cooler spots, and it was like 10 degrees cooler, which is so nice. It was so peaceful. But then I like had to swim back to the other side, and I like was like, oh my god, I'm in a hot tub. Like it was a little much, but it's definitely nice. I'll definitely go more often. The hope is that I can't go more often because I would like a job. So I would like to be like, oh, I can't swim today, you know, like I won't get back until 5 because I'm an adult with a job. The job market's rough right now, I'm gonna be honest. And I know I'm probably preaching to the choir because if you're watching this, I know you're watching this at like noon. You're on your couch, you're eating a sandwich from Wawa, you're just hanging out. Or it's like late at night and you should have to get up for work tomorrow, but girl, you don't have to get up for work tomorrow. So, I don't know. And I get it, it's the summertime and I should like relax a little bit, but like I need to pay bills. Like this is getting a little stressful here. I'm 25, but I also feel like I'm 12 at the same time, and 40. I have the body of the 4-year-old. the creativity and need for fun of like a 12-year-old and like the bills of a 25-year-old. Does that make sense? I don't know where I'm going with this. So I'm just going to do the top layer first, I think. I'll do it like twice. I'm doing 2 coats. Maybe I'll do 3. It's the paint soaking in pretty quickly because it's like a softer wood. So luckily I don't have to wait too long in between coats for it to dry, which is kind of nice. And we'll see. I'm going to do the edge afterwards next. I don't know if I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to do this part underneath, like the side, because that won't show. So should be good. I've been wanting to get around to this forever. So thanks for giving me something to do. And hopefully we can do more of these because I have so many projects sitting around. Yeah, but the pool was nice. It's just the job is rough. I'm keeping a list now of jobs, like since I've left college, because I graduated like 2 years ago. So I've been keeping a short list of jobs that I have like interviewed for and then gotten turned down, which what is literally the point of that? Like, that's not good for your mental health. And I'm like, well, I get where she's coming from, but in the same breath, I'm like, kind of gets my anger out because I'm like, look at this list. Look how long this list is. It's long. It's like kind of long, but I'm just mad because it really has been so many places, and like a lot of places haven't gotten back to me, period. And I'm like, I can completely understand, like, if you have such and so many people, candidates you're interviewing, not even, but if you have so many people that are applying, you're not going to get back to them. But if I like carve time out of my day to drive over to you, to get dressed up, to prep questions, to print out copies of my resume, to meet with you, to drive back, not to mention the gas, and you have the nerve to like just ignore me, like to like, and I'll call and it'll be like, sorry, they're not in right now, or the emails go silent. Like, I just don't understand. Like, where do you get the nerve? I don't understand that. Like, maybe you have so many people, but I'm waiting to find out, you know? So we'll see. I have another job interview this week. Hoping it goes well. But I've been mass applying. I keep saying I like Indeed, haven't had much luck. But I like the idea of Indeed because you can just swipe and apply so quickly. But I'm running out of stuff on there. I don't know if my algorithm hates me or what, but I've run out of things that are an option, you know? It will provide me jobs that are not in my area, even though I have my area plugged in, or it'll give me things that I'm totally not qualified, that like require other certificates and licenses and things, and I'm not doing that. I went to school, I did my time. I don't feel like going back, at least for now. I'm doing a 3rd coat now. I think this looks pretty good, actually. Once it dries, it looks pretty good. My goal is really like Lincoln Logs. I loved Lincoln Logs as a kid. They were so simple. You knew what the objective was. You built the thing. You could like customize it if you want, the little Lincoln Log house. I like the noise they made when they like all the logs fell together. It wasn't quite wood, but it wasn't quite plastic. Yeah. I do have a job right now. Actually, I'm not going to tell you where I work, and please don't seek that out. But I am a part-time weather reporter, actually, which is so cool to say out loud, actually. It's a newer job to me. I've only been there for a few months, but I really enjoy it. I really like the creativity. Like, I get the freedom to figure out how I wanted to edit that little portion, because I edit the weather clips as well. I get to write the script. I get to choose what I want to wear for that day. But, you know, there's also structure, which is nice, because even though the weather changes, the weather doesn't change. You know, it's always the same in the way of reporting it, I guess. So that's been really nice. I just wish it had more hours. If it was full-time, I'd totally go for it, like, you know, do it full-time. But we're just not there as like a company yet. So who knows? Maybe one of these days. But I do need something in between, because it's not enough for the area I live in. I just need more money right now. You know, I've got my small crochet business, which is pretty nice. I don't sell online. I already see you guys in the comments coming for me about Do you know how much you could make so much more money online? You would grow an audience. It's not too hard. You just set up. I don't feel like doing that because these hands, I have a lot of crafting to do left in my life. And when I crochet so much and try to keep up with the business, my hands hurt. And it's only so sustainable in the matter of like, I don't physically think I can build it up so much and go online. Not to mention, it costs money to shut down a business. And if I shut down my business as is right now, it's one thing. But if I had to like shut down an online business and an LLC and figure all that out, it just seems like so much. So I don't think that's what I want to go in that direction. I don't think I want to do that. But we'll see how it goes. So we'll see about a new job. And wouldn't it be lovely if this was my job? Why, yes, it would be lovely if this was my job. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. If you made it this far, you're hanging out. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. Let's do this again sometime. Hit the subscribe so you can find me. I've been working on my books. I do coloring books, and I do storybooks, like children's storybooks. And that is not a YouTube thing. That is a me thing. Please don't take that away from me, because I know a lot of YouTubers have made products and they advertise that on their business. And while I understand that it's like a lot of them are making YouTuber products and merchandise, this is not that. I would do this a million times over if I never had a YouTube. I started making these before I was on YouTube. But why wouldn't I promote it on YouTube? Like, it doesn't seem sensible to just kind of ignore that I have those things. So I'll promote it, at least for now. Oh, the paint's not dry. I got some on my hands. I didn't prepare for this. I have my cup of water and my napkins, but I don't have like a sink next to me. So yeah. I've been working on the books. I have 2 editions right now of the coloring book, like two general editions. Coloring with Smoofs is the series, and if you don't know what a smoof is, I don't know that we have time for that. In short, it is the character, the species of animal featured in the storybooks that I do. I do 2 coloring with Smoofs. Those are not available right now, like online or really anywhere other than like me, to be honest. So I don't know. I don't know what because I would put online. But it's complicated. There's always behind the scenes complications, so I'll have to figure it out. But I bring them with me to craft fairs, and they seem to do pretty good there. My friends and family buy them. And here's another piece of advice. Say you're at the very early beginning stages and you start selling products, don't give out a friends and family discount. We love them so much, but friends and family are going to be 90% of your clientele in the beginning. And they'll be a pretty heavy percentage all the way through. Everyone you know is going to want a discount because you're all going to be nice to them, because that's your job, to be nice. And they know you. They want to buy from you. Don't do it. Girl, you got to make that money. My cousin told me that, and she was right. She was so right, and I very much thank her for that. I poured way too much paint. I did not need this much paint. So I did like the little green part here, like the roof. But I was thinking about the bottom part. I don't know that I want to do that. Like, paint it. I know that sounds so stupid. Like, Emily, like, why did you spend all that time? Oh, I'm touching it and it's wet. Too late. Why did you spend so much time doing that? And it's like, well, I don't know. I kind of like how natural it is already, although there are some wear and tears. Be so honest, the reason I don't want to do it is because brown is kind of a hard, like, tertiary color to mix. So we'll see. It's a little difficult, but I'm going to have to figure it out with these colors. Been really enjoying that. I have 1 storybook out right now that's published through Amazon. Not a really shout out to them. I actually don't love them as like a company. But for publishing, like if you're going to self-publish and you don't have a lot of money, I think it's a great way to do it. But like, look into it a lot before you start spending the time, because I illustrate my books too, and they have a lot of limitations to how you can format a book, and it gets a little complicated. So don't like go through your book, have your book ready, go up to Amazon and be like, publish my book, and be like, girl, it has to be a square, like we can't do that shape. And you're like, oh. So you'd be surprised, but that's how it was for me. So I had to fix everything. I have one book published with Amazon. I have another that's unpublished right now because I can't figure out how I want to print it, and Amazon doesn't have what I want, so I'm not putting it there. Um, and like, yeah, I get it. I could publish it on my own, but ISBNs aren't cheap. Like the book number that goes on the barcode on the back. Not to mention, like, I don't know where to print it. The coloring books I print on my own as well, and I have a guy for that. But the printing like an actual storybook is a little more complicated, so I have not figured that part out. Yeah, so I've got the books, and I've got another one that I just finished writing like the words for, and now comes the coloring and the pictures, and I do it digitally on like a free app that maybe I'll put it in the description. I actually don't know how to pronounce it, I don't think. But it's really cool. It's a great app if you're starting out. So now that I'm getting a little more into it, I'm hoping to have something more. I'm hoping to find something a little bit better. Paint swish. So we'll see. I think what I'll do is I'll pour a little bit of red. I'll work on the chimney. I want that to be like classic Lincoln log. And then I've got red and green, and then I can use some of the other colors and make brown. So that way I don't have to make brown first and then waste a bunch of paint. So we'll just like let this dry for another second. But yeah, so just working on the pictures for the new book. And honest to God, it can take months. Not even including the coloring book that I have, but just the storybook. Like, I expect it to be maybe by Christmas I will have it out, is the hope, if I keep working on it. And then I'm like, well, if I get a 9 to 5, when am I gonna have the time to do this? I don't know if it's like depression, which personally I don't know that I have that. I have had doctors and people tell me I have that. I don't feel depressed. I just feel tired all the time. So, hate to bring you guys down a little bit. Yeah, I just feel tired all the time. So if I have a 9 to 5, catch me sleeping as soon as I get home. I'll sleep, I'll wake up, I'll sleep again, and then I'll wake up and go to work the next day. Like, there's no time for any of that. Like, I can't actively sit down and film a video or do a craft with a 9 to 5. So, yeah. And then goodbye fitness journey, as if that was going to happen. I don't have time for that now. That's my excuse. We are not starting that yet. Now, since this is metal, I didn't like prepare for this. But if you want my crafting expertise, if I had the right materials and I felt like doing the correct thing, what I would have done is I would have had a red nail polish to put on top of the metal, because that adheres to metal much better than just regular paint. But I don't have red nail polish because I have no nails, so I'm going to just paint this little part red now, I guess. So we'll see. Gotta have a steady hand here. But yeah, we'll keep looking for jobs in the meantime, and I've got my books, I've got my crochet, I've got a lot of things going on, actually. And I've got this job doing the weather, but it's just the money. Like, it doesn't bring in money, you know what I mean? No shade to the weather job, love it. But like, for rent in this area, and for the lack of hours, like, I need something on top of it, and that's just the truth. I need to have medical benefits, dental benefits. I don't know if you guys saw recently, actually right before this, I was of course watching YouTube, because if I'm not making YouTube, I'm watching YouTube. When I'm crocheting, I'm watching YouTube. When I'm illustrating books, I'm watching YouTube. And it's probably not healthy to have media running all the time. Like, I'm constantly consuming, and it's like, no wonder I'm tired. Maybe that's why. I'm tired all the time, and that's probably why, honestly. But when it's quiet, I feel uncomfortable. So, oh, I might have to repaint the green on here, to be honest. Just a little bit on the top, because I messed up the red. Doesn't have to be perfect. Happy little accidents, right, Bob Ross? You know? Happy little accidents. So, I think what I'll do too is I'll like paint the inside here, because even from the side, like, you can see like down here and everything. So I'll paint the inside at least best I can. We're still good, still filming as far as I can see. That would be quite unfortunate if it was not going. I think it's going. Sorry, I just had to get up and check real quick to make sure that the camera was still on, because my big fear is that I actually can't see as far as I think, and that the camera shut off. Yeah, so I was watching YouTube before this, as I probably always am, and I saw an Adam McIntyre video. Shout out Adam McIntyre. mixed feelings on a few things with him, but overall, I think he's a pretty cool guy, and like 8.5 out of 10 of his takes are always like full valid. You know, like I agree with most of his takes. So I was watching him, and he was just covering a video on MrBeast and the thumbnails he did. The thumbnails, like the program that MrBeast just started. I forget what it's called, and I'm not going to shout it out. I do remember, and I'm not going to shout it out because I think it's crap. Sorry to curse. Jimmy created some sort of like AI thumbnail program where for $80 a month, by the way, which I don't think Adam mentioned in the video. That's crazy. For $80 a month, you can get really, I guess, unlimited or somewhat limited, but probably unlimited access to like an AI computer that will generate slash basically just steal thumbnails from previous channels. It's scary. I mean, there's already channels that have like AI people, right? Like Adam said. I am not one of them, but it's scary. And the thumbnail thing's really annoying, especially because Jimmy had posted not too long ago on his Twitter. He was like going off on some other creator in Russia for stealing his thumbnails, like stealing Jimmy's thumbnails. And I'm like, what a hypocrite. Like, that's so annoying. Not to mention that AI is really bad for the environment. Not to mention that, like, even in the commercial that they did, it was like a 2-minute commercial. I don't know where he put the commercial. But I finally watched it all the way through, and it was just sad. It was like the whole time he was like, you can get inspiration. I'm like, inspiration? Like, it's taking a creator's thumbnail that's already existing out there, and it's changing like one or two things about it. That's not inspiration, right? Like, an AI should not be making art, in my opinion. AI should be doing like math calculations and saving us time on things and helping to, put better medicine out there in the world, and it shouldn't be doing anything with art. That's really disappointing, and it's really disappointing, especially from such a large creator promoting what I think is such a terrible thing. It's just gonna kind of ruin the platform, which arguably he already kind of did. But aside from just how much I don't like AI, Moist Critical, Charlie, Penguin Z0, the famous actor Charles White, whatever have you, he goes by many names. He did a stream not too long ago, like just a day or two ago. He was responding to people saying, hey, Charlie, have you seen the new MrBeast commercial for the AI thumbnails? And he was saying how terrible it was too, and that his thumbnails were used in the commercial MrBeast made without his permission.
Yeah, he had logos from other YouTubers in there, which is where the Jacksepticeye tweet came from, and also why so many people are asking if I know that he used my channel logo in there as well. I do know. I did not give him permission or anything like that. It wasn't like all those channels are working in collaboration with them for the AI tools. It's nothing like that.
He did not give permission. And it's like, yeah, I guess like in terms of like YouTube terms of service, it's not like he just copy and pasted his video, which arguably will happen in the future. But I'm like, come on, man. Like, you don't even have the decency to be like, hey, like, can I use your thumbnail in this thing where we advertise people stealing other people's thumbnails? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's really annoying, and I'd be quite miffed if somebody used my thumbnail for a commercial without asking, to be honest, or without crediting, like, especially if it was for something like a product that I don't stand by. So he did that to Charlie. I'm sure that he did it to other creators. I don't think anyone's gonna like press charges. But it's just so ironic coming from somebody who has complained about this in the future or in the past. I don't know. So it's just a shame. I watch a lot of creators, and I find truthfully the ones that really are the best are the smaller channels. And that's not just me because I'm a smaller channel, but it's just because their community is so much nicer because they can moderate it and keep an eye a little bit better. They are talking about things that you and I understand, because how many of us out there are going to understand launching a thumbnail program and running the biggest corporation in the world? I can't relate to that personally. I still have comfort YouTubers, and I always will be, always will have, even if they change, right? There's always going to be a new person. But like, just God forbid the day that I have a comfort YouTuber and then it's like, breaking news, Emily's comfort YouTuber is actually AI generated. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. It's creepy. I don't like AI. That's all I kind of had planned to talk about, but the project's not done, so I should have planned for more. Trying to think of what other internet dramas there are. I don't want to like insert myself in other drama, although TBH, that's how most YouTubers like really like pick up. I think YouTube actually just had their VidCon recently, which only like recently I really learned what that is. Yes, I've been watching YouTube for like actually maybe not that long. I started kind of watching YouTube and getting into it in high school. So that was like 2016, 17, 18. I'd say 2017 is when I really started watching. I missed the whole Dramageddon thing. I guess that was like a shared global experience that I just wasn't a part of. I don't know. So I never really heard of VidCon until recently, and I guess it's when you get a bunch of creators together. But apparently it's not for all creators. It's only like if you're invited and like, I don't know, you're licking the boots of YouTube CEO. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a whole like painting kind of thing. What do we think? Like, say this was fully dry. I think this looks so cute. Oh, I ruined it. Okay, so I can't touch the top there. Note to self. Do I need to paint the bottom or do we keep it more natural? Part of me is like it should be like a little darker. Not as dark as the table here, not as dark as the paintbrush, but just a little darker and like more solid. I just want to make sure I can think of topics to think about. I'm going to pause real quick. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to save this clip that's going, and I'm going to upload it because I have major storage issues with my phone. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, just kidding. I clapped as if there was a transition, and there was not a transition. So I thought of some new things to talk about because I did want to talk about things going on, actually, like in current events. But I guess first I'll talk about more like my channel because I am so happy we are getting to do this because I can't remember the last time I've sat down to film like this. I can't actually. I don't know when it was. I have tried filming like this before and just doing like a one-on-one. There were no arts and craft involved. Huge mistake, by the way, because I can't like sit down without having to do something like my hands. Like physically I have to work on a craft, which I guess is why I like crochet and watch YouTube. But girl, like you won't catch me at the movies because I need something for my hands. And it's too dark in there to crochet, honestly. So I don't know how to make the color brown. I thought it was red and green, but it's turned into burgundy. I think I'm gonna add some yellow. Huh? And then a little bit of white, maybe. Brown is always kind of a guessing game when it comes to paint for me. It's kind of just everything. Ooh, that's too much. Now, I don't mean to self-diagnose, but I think I'm an extreme hypochondriac, which those closest to me would probably best describe me as a hypochondriac. But it's actually quite tasking. Like I know it's like haha funny, they're a hypochondriac. Girl, like I don't know if this is a real mental illness. I'm starting to think that it is because I feel like really uneasy all the time, actually. Hate to get so heavy, but I feel like that's all this channel is. I just complain all the time. This is such a pretty color, but this is not brown. I don't know what this is. It's like, it's almost brown. It wants to be, but it's still too red. But it's not maroon. It's just like a really fancy person's living room from 2006. Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't know. Being a hypochondriac is actually quite tasking because maybe several times a day, I'd say at least 3, I have a new ailment. And although I'm self-aware that I'm a hypochondriac, it doesn't make it easier. Because even though I'm like, haha, I'm a hypochondriac, I'm like, but what if it is something wrong, right? Like, I owe it to myself, to my health, to my body, to be aware of these things. And I don't understand why people would want to wait and like chance something going wrong. You know what I mean? If I see a new freckle, I'm like, oh my God, it's skin cancer. And obviously that's not me making fun of people with skin cancer. That's me like genuinely being concerned that that is what it is. And it's so early that nobody thinks it's that, but I know it's that. And soon it will turn into that. And it's like, well, I don't know. I feel like I seem to be the only one afflicted with this issue. It's just so exhausting. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to mix the paint. I think I've added too much in this one circle, so I'm going to move it over here. And I think I want to add a little more yellow. because yellow seemed to definitely change this and make it more like light brown like that, like log cabin. I mean, this is a pretty color, but I think it's still just a little too dark for what I want to go, which is like in between this table and what's already existing as the log cabin. So yeah, am I like really the only one like that has it this badly? You'd think I would run out of ailments at this point, but I haven't. I'm inventing new things. Like I am patient zero, and it's really stressful. And I'm sorry I dumped that on you. I actually don't know what that's. I don't know how that benefits you at all. So please come back to this channel. I promise I'll get better. I don't know. That's my take on being a hypochondriac. It's really stressful. And if you have friends who are hypochondriac, like on behalf of us, please like be nice to them. Like it's really stressful. And we're not just talking about it to bother you. We're talking about it because like we'll explode if we don't talk about it. This is a cute color. I think this is the color I'm going for. What do we think? I think I'm going to try it. And I can always just do this layer and then add on a different one. But I think this is the color I want to go. And I think I have enough paint too. So let's see. Girl, you're not going to believe this. On camera, it looks different. But in person, it looks like I don't actually know how to prove this to you. In person, it looks like the same color. It's got to be the lighting over that way. But in person, it just looks like this wood is like a little wet maybe, and it's darker because of that, like slightly. But on camera, it looks totally different. You're just gonna have to trust me that in person, I feel like I'm not making a difference at all here. Yeah. So I don't know. I like the whole rambling videos. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and hopefully next time is a little less ramble, a little more craft. But I think they're easy to put out enough of them because I always have something going on. I'm blessed in that matter, I guess. And I always have something going on, something I can talk about. And truthfully, it's just so much work to put together like a whole video of crafting or a whole video of doing something, creating something new, testing something out. It's a lot for me because I'm a one-person team. One person plus Mike also. This is just easy. I could get a few of these out, you know? So, and right now it has to be like that because I want to get content out there. That's how you grow the audience. That's how you don't get punished by the algorithm. Actually, I can see the difference now. I think this looks pretty cute, actually, this top part. I just want something like one solid color around because that'll make it look like, you know, like a kid's toy. But if it's got too much, like too many different shades and everything, it looks too nice, you know? We're going for cheap kids toy. But I do have lots of other plans for this channel. We need to grow a little bit. I'd like to stream, to be so honest, because I feel like that's pretty much what this is, except this is pre-planned and I can't actually see what you guys are saying. But I would like to stream, actually. It's a little more complicated than that. I've got to have the proper setup, have the background. And I know people in the past are like, just go for it, even if it doesn't look nice. And I'm like, I would even do that, but I can't stream because my laptop doesn't work right. We'll figure it out. It's something I definitely want to do in the future. I don't think we're quite there yet for like a Q&A or anything. Currently, at the time of posting this video, I'm at 235 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of them for sticking around. And I think the majority of them are my friends that have forgotten they've subscribed. But I appreciate it. So yeah, we'll see what else the channel brings in the future. I do have a lot I want to do. I have a lot of crafts, a lot of making things. YouTube in general. I don't know what direction it's going in. I don't know what plan it is. But my prediction is that it will be around for the foreseeable future, like decades. Like I think it really is going to be around, and I think it'll be around even long after people are like, YouTube, isn't that like something you do like on like a cell phone? Like I think they'll find a way to move it to whatever other devices or platforms or possibilities are in the future. Like I think it's going to be around for a long time because I hate to be up YouTube's butt, but it really is like one of the only things of its kind. I do really enjoy YouTube. I enjoy that it has something for everybody, even like the most niche stuff. But there are problems with it, of course, and it's easier to pick out problems than it is to pick out good things. But everything can change. It's all subject to change. And the people who are here on YouTube in 10 years are probably going to get canceled, to be so honest. But wouldn't it be nice to be a YouTuber? That's what everybody thinks. The difference is you got to be out there doing it, which is why I had a little bit of a manic episode. It's like actually 1 in the morning right now, but I was like, must craft. I have energy, must do it. Plus, I feel like I owe it to myself to make a lot of videos right now while I'm not at a 9 to 5, which that's not the goal. I need a 9 to 5. But while I'm having trouble finding one, I should at least be doing this for myself. And I'm having a good time, actually. This is really fun. It's a shame you guys like variety so much, or I would do this all the time. I'm watching a lot of videos about some of the court cases happening, like the P. Swizzler out there, whose name I can't say or the algorithm probably will flag this video. Lots of things going on with that. I was watching the Doomsday Couple case, like the last trial, because there were like 3 trials for her, right? Lori Daybell. Yeah, I've been watching some court coverage, all those super sleuths on the internet. Again, lots of commentary, drama videos. And I would just start beefing with people in that, because I have opinions, let's be clear. I don't know that I want to. Once you make like one video kind of being a drama channel, I feel like you're kind of stuck like that. I mean, everybody eats that stuff up, but I'd rather be like comforting, you know? Like my comfort YouTubers, I'm just gonna say them. Don't hold me to this. They could get canceled in a short period of time or in a long period of time, and I don't stand by whatever they did. But right now, like Mia Maples, love her stuff, her crafting stuff. It's Kim. It's Kim is a bit smaller. She's got under 100K, I think. Forgive me if I'm wrong. So love her. She does a lot of streams, not a lot of videos. Loved Sam and Colby. Still kind of do, but I like their older videos. Like, I like that nostalgia. Nowadays, I'm like, I don't know, like, the people that they're collabing with, like, maybe I'm just old. I have no idea who these people are that they're collabing with. I've never heard of them. Yeah, the current news has been crazy. I don't know that I want to talk about that, because you're here to get away from the current news. Otherwise, you would have put the news on, and I'm not the news, so I'm just Emily. Breaking news! Anyways, I might paint this a little bit and then come back to you guys when I'm done, because I don't want this video to be too long, and I clearly have a lot of work to do on this thing. But other than that, I consider this a mini intro into what my channel is. This isn't mini. I've been on here for like an hour now. Let me know again what you'd like. Let me know if you want a video of me talking about creators, because although I don't want to just open up the whole drama thing, you know I don't mind. You know I will gladly speak my opinions, because I have opinions. I hate to just start beefing, but I feel like if you do certain stuff and you behave a certain way, anybody can start beefing, because you've done something ridiculous and people can talk about what they want to talk about. Ignoring the back, which I didn't finish. I think this is so cute. It's a little log cabin. So here's the front. As you can see, these 2 little pieces here. Oh, don't touch that. As you can see, these 2 little pieces here have dried kind of funny. But I think it's just because the wood is like softer on that side. So ignore the back. I'll do that later. But I think it's so cute. This little top here. Oh my god, it is a Lincoln log, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like a Lincoln log? Oh, I'm getting paint on me. Oh no. Ta-da! Thank you guys so much for coming. Hopefully you fell asleep and this video is accidentally being looped and you watch it a billion times. That's a joke, but not at all. Check out some other videos. Feel free to check out some other videos. I'm doing lots of crafting things. I do lots of crochet and business things. It's kind of one account here. I will continue to post business things, but anytime you have an opinion, you know, be respectful about it, but feel free to share. Yeah, I think this is so cute. So, ta-da! I'll put some pictures. I'll put some pictures down. But thanks again for coming out. That's going to finish up this video, you guys. I got to go to bed. And we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. See ya. Bye. Wow, that was a lot of rambling.